Yeah, hello everybody, and welcome to this short video. Today we're lucky enough to be in the company of Jamie Carver, who works for Tacit, and they're based up here at the Dukes Golf Course, just near the Dukes Golf Course, and this is their beautiful showroom. So thanks for your time, Jamie.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Jamie and me are just going to talk, and I think you're going to pick up really relevant material as me and Jamie talk, whatever subject you're studying. So this is going out to most subject areas, okay? Because we think that this is about that cornerstone of successful golf operation called the experience. The experience. And Jamie's got brilliant insights into what that looks like in the modern world and how it's changing. Okay, so can I start, Jamie? You've just given us a stat from the US about the amount of time that the modern golfer is spending around the property of the golf course.
Very interesting. So we're only just learning this from the kind of UK side now, literally in the last few days, but it will be a stat that is replicated within the UK as well.
No doubt.
So we all know and appreciate that there's more golf getting played by more golfers. So everybody wants to just play golf now, which is great. It has its own challenges from a trades perspective, which we need to recognise, engage with and talk to clubs and committees about, and how we actually get better at the time management of that. However, one of the stats that's coming out from the US is not only is there more golf, but each player is spending between 15 and 20% more time whilst they're playing more golf at the venue. So once they've driven into the car park and they've got out, they're doing something which takes up more time. So it could be the coffee and the bacon roll, it could be looking at a new driver, it could be spending more time on a practice putting green, chipping area, driving range bays, nets, driving range itself, but they're spending more time. So it's a fantastic thing to enter into a conversation because what are they doing? How are they doing it? Where are they doing it? And then of course we've got to look at that journey, that experience of what they're doing. So from a greens side of things, agronomy and trades perspective, of course we've got to look at the journey that they take. So from getting out of the car, if they're going to the putting green, what's that journey take? Do they know where they're going? If they arrive as a guest, where is the putting green? So you kind of have to look at an awful lot of these things that are really stranger's eyes, or go somewhere different. So go somewhere that you're not used to going and test it yourself. Get out of the car as you would do in Tesco's or any other supermarket environment. They'll tell you where to go. It'll be obvious where to go. They'll direct you. You'll purchase, you'll buy, and maybe even something that you didn't want to buy, but you've had that journey experience and you're out of the door back in your car. We need to achieve that, because that's what everybody's looking for. They're looking for guidance, they're looking for direction, they're just looking for help.
Yeah.
They want to have a nice day at a golf course or facility, whatever it might be, and they're just looking for help for that. So that's exactly what we're here for, is have a nice day. And we don't want confusion getting out of a car, we don't want confusion going from a 5th green to a 6th tee. Where do I go? I need to know. And all these things make me get back in the car and say, that's great, I can't wait to get back.
Yeah, exactly, Jamie. I mean, I think this very much goes to what type of club you are, and this is the importance of knowing, who you are and who you're catering for, and what your target market is, whether that's a visitor market, whether that's a membership market, and then look at all the options you've got. And Jamie's going to talk us through about how you can, amplify that experience for that target market. And we're here at the Dukes. The Dukes is a hotel golf course, so it's obviously interested in the visitor. It's obviously wanting somebody to be welcoming, because they've never been here before, they don't know where they're going. You were making me laugh, when you're telling the story about everybody assumes you know where they're going.
That's right,
Maybe they don't actually. You work there every day, of course you know where you're going, but if you're getting out of that car, do you know where you're going? Are you being made to feel welcome?
Exactly.
Are you being guided? And is the quality of the furniture, the apparatus of this whole experience, is it good quality?
Yeah. Because as we all, again, the expectation of that experience now every day has gone through the roof.
I think
So both from a member and someone who's paying, the green fee at whatever rate it is packaged, the expectation for that experience now is whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
it's up there. Partly driven by the guys that are at the top of the tree.
Yeah.
So the guys that will just class them as dollar market, where the influence over that journey is extreme. But it's done so well.
Yeah.
You won't go into, we'll just say local here, St Andrews Links, you've got Kingsbarns up the road. If you get out of that car, you know where you're going, there's someone to greet you, they've already got the bacon roll on.
Yeah, that's
They're,
right.
they're ready for you.
7 minutes. I was at Kingsbarns, it's 7 minutes for a bacon roll.
There you go.
Because they know how important it is to get that done.
It's,
Because you're
it's
trying
huge.
that,
And the staff that are up there, Kingsbarns is a good example, Dunbarney's another one, new one, but it's almost hard not to come out of there smiling.
Oh, absolutely.
And what a great experience that is. Do you go into your golf club doing the same thing? Now, you may or you may not. However, it's part of something to know.
This is what I'd like to say also, guys, is you're all on a golf course management program, and I know we're teaching you agronomy, and I know we're teaching you soil science and all that. And look, make no mistake about it, the agronomy is really important, fundamental, of course. But we're also saying that when you've got that agronomy at a certain point, particularly, if you're an up and coming, manager of the future, how can you take that venue to another level?
Yeah. Well, of course, part of that conversation as well is a very cultural thing within a golf club. So you spoke about identity, that's a great word. Not everybody actually knows their identity. They don't know actually where I am as a product.
They don't. You will after this, but...
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you go. So as part of that journey, identity is a big thing.
Huge.
But a cultural thing within that environment is massive as well. And if you guys are going through that program and you're heading up that culture, it's so important for everyone to be involved in that. You can still be in agronomy and then actually notice, there's nothing really telling me how to get from A to B to C.
It's the journey.
And then culturally, you would make that go further up the chain, wherever that might be, or directly to the top, or whoever it is that you want to speak to. That's something that you're invested in as a product, and you're noticing and you're highlighting, do you know what? Yes, we can do something about that. So again, you create change. You can create change really quite easily if you're looking for it.
Well, Jamie's going to help you with that, but also it's that we're warning you here that this is coming if it hasn't already arrived. I was inspired by the visit to Trump International just recently up at Aberdeen.
Yeah, fantastic.
Where the experience and the walking is an experience. So getting from a green to a tee is an experience. The turf quality of the walkway, the shaping of it, the signage is an experience in itself, and that's what Jamie's expertise is in. Is that's coming your way because the golfers' expectations are, we know, going up and up all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys are getting the agronomy right, but now it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's part of
it. Is, but
I think it's it's back to the identity thing again. We've all got to cope with and understand that that's why they're there. They are there for the golf course. So the whole reason that the whole product's there, the reason that they're buying a bacon roll at Kingsbarns, it's a nice bacon roll, but it's for the golf course.
Yeah.
So the whole thing revolves around getting the golf course as good as it can be. But on top of that is the journey and the experience, and that's what heightens things.
Yeah.
It also means that they're not necessarily peaking at everything in a negative way. So if you can journey them on a high and they're coming out and they're getting onto that first tee smiling already because they know where to go, they've been met, greeted nicely and everything else. Of course, they're standing on the first tee, let me at it. But if they don't know and they're lost and there's nobody there and they can't get a bacon roll and they're already thinking, that's when they'll start to say, they'll start getting picky when there's no need. Just enjoy yourself.
Let's have a little look at what innovation looks like in this subject area. Jamie, can you tell us what this new piece of furniture is?
Yeah, so it's certainly